Okay, so today going to do some work on the Springer. I'm not working outside today. It's a little humid out, so I'm going to take the day off from working outside. Work on the bike a little bit. You can see on both of these bikes, carburetors are gone. They're at the shop right now being rebuilt. This one here, I took out maybe a week or so ago. It was pouring fuel out of the overflow tube, which meant the jet was clogged. So that got sent to the shop. That's being rebuilt. That's got a Makuni on there because this has got a stage 1 kit on it. The Sportster's got a regular stock HT carburetor. That got taken off too because it was intermittently getting fuel, and the fuel that came out of there was loaded with sediment. Now I drained some off. This doesn't look really too bad, but there was really some heavy sediment in this fuel tank. So this winter I'm gonna flush this tank out. I'm getting a new petcock because this petcock is extremely hard to open and close. So we're gonna get a new petcock, and we're also gonna get, if you can see in here, we're gonna get a new vacuum switch because that probably is the original vacuum switch on that bike. This is a 98, so let's go over the Sportster and let me talk a little bit, the Springer let me talk about this for a minute. Okay, so today we're going to work at getting the cams back in. I don't know if I'll finish this today, but the carburetor's been rebuilt on this bike. We're going to get the cams back in, probably the push rods. I don't know if I'll get a chance to put the heads on because I have some other stuff to do this afternoon. So here's the update on what I'm thinking on this Springer. It probably will not be on the road this year. I'm not really having any luck finding another bike. Either I've looked at the bikes and they're just not what I'm looking for, or the price is ridiculous on stuff. So I think what I'm going to do with this bike, I'm toying with the possibility of taking this out to a 96. I am still looking, let me move this a minute. I'm still looking for this front wheel. I went to the shop and they went to the parts locator for Harley. This wheel, that stock wheel, is nowhere to be found anywhere, and I really want to go back to the stock front wheel so I can use seal bearings rather than Timken bearings, and I can get the spacing right the way it should be. Another thing that I think is going to happen is I'm going to pull this front end off this winter and replace the neck bearings. I'm almost leading to believe that's what caused the wobble. It wasn't so much the rockers being out of adjustment. It was probably needed new neck bearings. So I think what I'm going to do is, once I get the motor back together and we get the motor fired up and I know the motor's working right, I'm going to pull the front end off and replace those bearings on it. And while I'm doing that, I'll probably replace the rear drive, probably replace the belt, because who knows how long that, I mean, this is the original belt, but it gives me a chance to get in here and pull the inner primary off and clean all that. And I mean, I could put a cover on here to cover this up, but I just soon get a whole new wheel and new belt. And so I think we're gonna that's what's gonna be going on this winter. I'm leaning more and more towards taking this out to a 96, which will be fine. I mean, these other bikes, we're going to be ready to go in another week, so we'll be able to ride something this fall. I do want to get that Sportster out. It's been years since we had that Sportster on the road. I'm going to say it's probably been 6 years since it's been on the road, and it really needs to be ridden. Oil's been changing it, plugs have been changing it, filter, everything's been done to it, so it needs to get out on the road. Same thing with this Deluxe, because I got laid up with a couple different surgeries and was unable to ride. My wife didn't want to ride by herself, so this bike, the Deluxe, probably sat there for the last 3 years, not being ridden. We want to get that back on the road. I put a new front tire on the Sportster because it needed it. This thing seemed a little sluggish in turns, so I'm thinking maybe the tire pressure was off. I'll have to check the tire pressure on it, and we'll get that out on the road. But anyway, let's get the cam back in here and get this side of the motor buttoned up today. Okay, so let's, where's the, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put some assembly lube in the bearings in here, just because these have been out for a while, and we'll get some kind of assembly lube going in there. And I'm going to put some on the end of the cams as well. So we'll put some on here. Alright, so we've got the gasket in place, we've got the screen in place. Let's we've got both the cam chain tensioners released, so let's get this back in. There we go. Alright, so that's in. Close that up. I need a rag here. Alright, so we've got the, did I leave a bolt? Oh, I left a bolt over there. Hold on. Alright, so we already cleaned the bolts out. I am going to put some blue Loctite on these. I don't need a whole lot for these. These are just going in at 120 inch-pounds because I'm using an extension. Did I bring that over here yet? Okay, so now we'll get the torque wrench going over here. I think I already have that set for 120. Yeah, looks like it's all set. Okay, so we got to do this one first. 1, 2. Come on. 3. 4. 5. 6. Now we'll just check it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and of course these 4 are the oil for the oil pump, which we didn't take off. Alright, so now we can, if I can zoom in here, if you look at these marks right here, those have to be kind of parallel, not parallel, but 90 degrees to each other. Since I didn't press the cams out, I know those are the way they are. So we just got to do 90 degrees there, and you can see this kind of keyed gear up here has to fit the key down there. So let's get that done. Okay, so we got to put our spacer in here, and then we have to put our clip in like that. Okay, so it's a lot easier to get this on because the cam won't move after that. See, it slides right on. Okay. So you can see we're lined up with this line. Cams are 90 degrees. to each other, and then we can put everything back together. Okay, so initially we want to go to 15 pounds for both of these. Actually, I don't need that on there quite yet. Turn this out, put that in, and we're done with that. So let's put this cover on. Okay, so that's going to do it for this video. I don't have time to really finish anymore today. Next time I'll put the lifters in, push rods, and we'll see if we can get the top end rocker covers and everything buttoned up. So don't forget to subscribe, leave me some thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.